A confidence is often seen as something you build through external validation, through praise, achievements, or the approval of others. But what if I told you that true confidence comes from within? Stoicism, the ancient philosophy practiced by figures like Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that lasting self-assurance isn't about what others think of us, but how we think of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This profound idea lies at the heart of Stoic habits that can transform the way you approach confidence. In this video, we'll explore 17 actionable Stoic practices that help you cultivate unshakable inner strength, resilience, and self-trust. These aren't just theories, they're practical tools you can start using today to build a deeper, more sustainable sense of confidence. By the end of this journey, you'll see how Stoicism can empower you to face life's challenges with calm assurance, no matter what comes your way. Let's dive in. What if you could face any challenge with calm confidence, no matter how daunting it seems? Stoicism offers a powerful tool for this: negative visualization. This practice involves imagining the worst-case scenario, not to dwell on it, but to prepare for it mentally. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By visualizing potential hardships, we strip them of their power over us. For example, picture yourself before a big presentation or a crucial meeting. Instead of letting anxiety take over, you mentally prepare for what could go wrong. What if the technology fails? What if you forget your key points? By visualizing these possibilities, you not only reduce anxiety, but also equip yourself to handle them with poise. This habit helps us appreciate the present moment more deeply and approach life's uncertainties with less fear. Think about it. How might this practice change the way you face challenges in your own life? By preparing for adversity, you're not inviting it. You're building the resilience to meet it head-on. One of the most liberating principles in Stoicism is the idea of focusing only on what's within your control. Confidence grows when we stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, put it perfectly: some things are in our control while others are not. If you can distinguish between the two, you'll find tranquility. Think about it. How much time and mental energy do we spend worrying about outcomes we can't influence? The weather, other people's opinions, or even the past are all beyond our control. But our effort, our attitude, and our responses, those are entirely up to us. For instance, imagine you're working on a project at work. Instead of fixating on whether your boss will approve of it, focus on doing your absolute best. When you pour your energy into what you can control, your preparation, your focus, and your commitment, you'll naturally feel more confident regardless of the outcome. So here's a challenge. Identify one area of your life where you're expending energy on the uncontrollable. How can you shift that focus back to your own actions and choices? This simple habit can transform not just your confidence, but your entire approach to life. The Stoics believed that discomfort wasn't something to avoid, it was something to embrace. Ancient Stoic practitioners like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius often subjected themselves to challenging practices, such as cold baths or fasting, not to punish themselves but to strengthen their mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very things we shy away from are the opportunities for growth. When we willingly step into discomfort, we break the illusion that life should always be easy or comfortable. Think about it. Every time you push through a difficult workout, tackle a tough conversation, or take on a project that stretches your skills, you're building mental muscle. You're proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. For example, imagine volunteering for a high-stakes assignment at work. It might feel daunting at first, but the act of taking it on and seeing it through breeds confidence. So here's a question to ponder. What's one small discomfort you could embrace today? Maybe it's waking up earlier, starting that project you've been putting off, or even striking up a conversation with someone new. Remember, the more you willingly face discomfort, the more resilient and self-assured you'll become. Or what if just 10 minutes a day could transform not only your confidence but your entire mindset? Stoicism offers a powerful yet simple tool for this: daily journaling. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Every night I examine my day. What have I done? Where have I failed? What can I improve?" This practice of self-reflection is more than just writing. It's a way to process emotions, clarify thoughts, and track your progress. When you put pen to paper, you create space to step back from the chaos of the day and see things more clearly. Journaling helps you celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and learn from your setbacks without dwelling on them. For instance, try this prompt at the end of your day: what went well today and what can I do better tomorrow? It's a simple way to build awareness and accountability, two cornerstones of confidence. By journaling regularly, you'll start to notice patterns in your behavior, identify what truly matters to you, and develop a deeper understanding of yourself. So, why not give it a try? Grab a notebook, set aside a few minutes each day, and see how this Stoic habit can help you grow into a more self-assured version of yourself. Gratitude is the antidote to insecurity. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have, we uncover a profound sense of abundance, and that's where true confidence begins. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus, for instance, saw gratitude as a form of wisdom, a way of recognizing the gifts life offers, even in the most ordinary moments. Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment, writing, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This isn't just about counting blessings, it's about reshaping our mindset. For example, imagine facing a tough day at work. Instead of dwelling on the stress, you could find gratitude in the opportunity to grow, the skills you're developing, or even the fact that you have a job that challenges you. By focusing on the value in the present moment, you reframe obstacles as opportunities. Here's a challenge for you. Take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for today. It could be something as simple as a good cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or the chance to learn something new. This simple act of gratitude can shift your perspective, reminding you of the strengths and resources you already possess. When you cultivate gratitude, you're not just building confidence, you're building a richer, more fulfilling life. Another powerful Stoic habit that can transform your confidence and perspective is the practice of Memento Mori, which translates to remember that you must die. At first glance, this might sound grim, but it's actually a profound tool for clarity and focus. Seneca famously said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Reflecting on the inevitability of death isn't meant to scare us, it's meant to wake us up. When we're reminded that our time is limited, we're compelled to prioritize what truly matters. Think about it. If you knew today was your last day, what would you spend your time on? Would you be scrolling through social media, or would you be reaching out to loved ones, pursuing a passion, or making a meaningful contribution? This practice helps us cut through distractions and focus on what's truly important. For instance, it might inspire you to have that difficult but necessary conversation, or to finally take that first step toward a long-held dream. By living with an awareness of your mortality, you're not dwelling on the end, you're making the most of the present. So how might this practice shift your priorities today? By remembering that life is fleeting, you're more likely to act with intention, courage, and confidence, knowing you're spending your time on what truly matters. What if your confidence didn't depend on anyone else's opinion? Imagine the freedom of knowing your worth regardless of likes, shares, or compliments. This is the essence of the Stoic habit of detaching from external validation. Epictetus, a master of Stoic philosophy, put it bluntly: if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, seeking approval from others only chains us to their judgments. When we tie our self-worth to external validation, we're constantly at the mercy of others' opinions, and that's a shaky foundation for confidence. Think about it. How often do you check your social media for likes or compare your achievements to someone else's? These behaviors may feel harmless, but they subtly erode our sense of self-worth. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to find validation within ourselves. For example, if you've poured your heart into a creative project, ask yourself, am I proud of this work? Did I give it my best effort? If the answer is yes, that's all that matters. Success isn't measured by applause, but by your own standards of integrity and effort. Here's a challenge. Identify one area of your life where you're seeking external approval. Could it be your appearance, your career, or even your parenting? Start small. Focus on your own judgment rather than others' praise or criticism. By detaching from external validation, you'll unlock a deeper, more authentic confidence, one that no one can take away from you. Every obstacle is a chance to become stronger. This is the heart of the Stoic approach to adversity, not as something to avoid, but as a teacher, a forge for resilience. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, challenges aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. The Stoics believed that adversity, far from being a setback, is essential for growth. When we face difficulties head-on, we develop courage, adaptability, and strength. Take the story of Nelson Mandela, for example. His 27 years in prison could have broken his spirit, but he emerged stronger, using the experience to fuel his leadership and inspire the world. His story is a testament to the power of perspective. When we see adversity as an opportunity, it transforms us. Now, think about a recent challenge you faced. Maybe it was a tough conversation, a career setback, or even a personal loss. What did you learn from it? How did it shape you? By asking these questions, you're not just reflecting on the past, you're building the resilience to face the future with confidence. Life will always throw obstacles in your path, but with the Stoic mindset, you'll see them not as barriers but as bridges to a stronger, wiser you. What if the key to confidence isn't about changing your circumstances, but simply being fully present in the moment? Mindfulness, a core Stoic practice, teaches us to focus on the here and now, reducing anxiety and increasing clarity. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This isn't just about sitting cross-legged in silence. It's about actively engaging with the present moment, whether you're at work, having a conversation, or even just walking down the street. When we're fully present, we're less likely to be overwhelmed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. Think about it. How often does your mind wander to something that might go wrong or replay a mistake you made? Mindfulness helps us break free from those spirals, allowing us to approach situations with calm and focus. One simple exercise to try is paying attention to your breath. Take a moment right now to notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your lungs. It's a small act, but it can ground you instantly. Over time, mindfulness becomes a habit, helping you face challenges with a clear mind and a steady heart. So today, try this. Pick one routine activity, like brushing your teeth or drinking your coffee, and do it with full attention. Notice the details, the sensations, the experience. By practicing mindfulness, you'll find that confidence isn't something you need to chase. It's something you can cultivate simply by being here now. Confidence comes from knowing your purpose. When your actions are rooted in a clear sense of what matters most to you, doubt and indecision naturally fade away. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus, for example, said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is the essence of setting clear intentions, aligning your daily choices with your core values. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path is shaped by societal expectations, the other by your principles. Without clarity, it's easy to feel pulled in conflicting directions, leading to hesitation and self-doubt. But when you define your intentions, you create a compass that guides your decisions with confidence. For instance, if one of your values is honesty, you might choose to speak up in a situation where it's easier to stay silent. This alignment between belief and action strengthens your sense of integrity and self-trust. So here's a challenge for you. What's one value you want to prioritize today? Is it kindness, courage, or perhaps discipline? Write it down and let it shape your choices, no matter how small. By living with intention, you're not just building confidence, you're crafting a life that truly reflects who you are and what you stand for. What if imperfection is the key to confidence? Society often pushes us to chase perfection, but the Stoics saw something far more valuable: progress. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." At first, this might sound harsh, but it's a powerful reminder of our humanity, our flaws, our limitations, our humanness. The Stoics believed that accepting imperfection isn't a weakness, it's a strength. When we stop trying to be flawless, we free ourselves from the paralyzing grip of self-doubt. Think about it: how much time do we spend worrying about making mistakes or looking foolish? That fear often holds us back from taking risks or trying new things. But what if every mistake was simply a step forward, a lesson in disguise? Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless pursuit of the light bulb wasn't about perfection, it was about persistence. Each failure taught him something new, bringing him closer to success. So, what if you reframed your own mistakes as opportunities to grow? Letting go of unrealistic expectations doesn't mean settling for less. It means embracing the journey, one imperfect step at a time. By accepting your flaws, you're not admitting defeat. You're unlocking a deeper, more authentic kind of confidence that thrives in the face of imperfection. A true confidence comes from consistent effort, not grand gestures or occasional bursts of motivation, but the steady, disciplined work we put in every single day. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement, and the Stoics saw it as the foundation of self-mastery. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." In other words, the challenge isn't the task itself, it's showing up for it day after day. Think about it: when you commit to a goal, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, or advancing in your career, what gets you there isn't talent or luck, it's the discipline to keep going, even when it's hard. For example, imagine you've set a goal to write a book. It's not the days when inspiration strikes that make the difference. It's the days when you write even when you don't feel like it. Each small act of discipline builds self-trust, proving to yourself that you can follow through. So here's a question for you. What's one area of your life where you could practice greater discipline? Maybe it's waking up earlier, sticking to a workout routine, or even setting aside time to read or learn something new. By starting small and staying consistent, you'll not only achieve your goals but also cultivate a deeper, more enduring kind of confidence, one rooted in the knowledge that you're capable of mastering yourself one step at a time. Or what if every setback you faced wasn't the end of the road but a stepping stone to something greater? Stoicism teaches us that failure isn't something to fear, it's something to learn from. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, put it this way: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This simple yet profound idea shifts the way we view failure. Instead of seeing it as a defeat, we can see it as a teacher, offering us insights and opportunities to grow. Think about it. Every time you stumble, you gain new knowledge about what works and what doesn't. For example, imagine you didn't land the job you interviewed for. Instead of dwelling on the rejection, you could reflect on the experience, what went well, what could be improved, and how you can approach the next opportunity with more confidence. This mindset doesn't just reduce the fear of failure, it transforms failure into a tool for self-improvement. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced countless rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Each rejection didn't break her, it fueled her determination to keep going. So, here's a challenge for you. Think about a recent setback in your life. What lesson can you take from it? How can it help you move forward stronger and wiser? By reframing failure as a source of wisdom, you're not just building resilience, you're turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Less truly is more when it comes to building confidence. The Stoics understood this centuries ago, emphasizing the power of simplicity as a way to sharpen focus and strengthen the mind. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This idea challenges us to rethink what we truly need to feel fulfilled and self-assured. In a world that constantly bombards us with distractions and demands, simplifying your life becomes an act of reclaiming control. Think about your workspace for a moment. Is it cluttered with papers, gadgets, and unnecessary items? Physical clutter often mirrors mental clutter, creating a sense of overwhelm that chips away at confidence. By decluttering, whether it's your desk, your schedule, or even your social media feed, you create space for clarity and focus. Start small. Pick one area of your life that feels chaotic and ask yourself, what can I remove or reduce to make this simpler? Maybe it's clearing out old emails, saying no to commitments that drain you, or even organizing your daily tasks into a prioritized list. When you simplify, you're not just tidying up, you're creating an environment where confidence can thrive. By letting go of what doesn't serve you, you make room for what truly matters, allowing your energy to flow where it's needed most. Confidence grows when we willingly face challenges rather than avoiding them. This is the heart of the Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, a deliberate choice to step into difficulty in order to strengthen the mind and spirit. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This isn't about seeking pain for its own sake, but about proving to yourself that you can handle more than you think. By intentionally choosing discomfort, you build resilience and reduce the fear of the unknown. Think about the ancient Stoics who practiced fasting or took cold baths not because they had to, but because it taught them self-discipline and mental toughness. Imagine starting your day an hour earlier than usual. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, it becomes a testament to your ability to master your habits. Here's an idea to try today. Pick one small act of voluntary discomfort. It could be as simple as skipping dessert, taking a cold shower, or walking instead of driving. These small acts might seem insignificant, but they're powerful reminders of your inner strength. When you embrace discomfort, you're not just building confidence, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of far more than you imagined. What if the key to confidence isn't some grand achievement, but simply being fully present in the moment? The Stoics understood that anxiety often stems from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Seneca once wrote, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." This idea reminds us that the present moment is where life truly happens and where confidence can flourish. When we're fully engaged in the here and now, we're not weighed down by regrets or fears. Think about it. How often do you find yourself distracted during conversations, rehearsing what you'll say next or replaying what you've already said? This split focus not only diminishes your ability to connect with others, but also undermines your sense of self-assurance. One simple yet powerful way to practice this is through mindful breathing. Take a moment to notice your breath, the rise and fall of your chest, the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This small act can ground you instantly, bringing your attention back to the present. Here's a challenge for you. In your next conversation, commit to being fully present. Listen without planning your response and focus on the person in front of you. By immersing yourself in the moment, you'll not only reduce anxiety but also radiate a quiet confidence that comes from truly being there. After all, confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. Confidence comes from knowing you're living authentically. When your actions align with your values, you create a sense of harmony within yourself that no external validation can match. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This simple yet profound idea reminds us that true strength comes from living in accordance with our principles, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Think about a time when you had to make a tough decision. Maybe it was standing up for someone who couldn't defend themselves, or walking away from a situation that didn't align with your beliefs. In those moments, you may have felt fear or hesitation, but ultimately, acting with integrity gave you a quiet, unshakable confidence. For instance, imagine you're offered a promotion at work, but taking it would mean compromising your values. It's tempting to prioritize the raise or the title, but if you dig deep, you know the right choice is the one that aligns with who you are. When you make decisions based on what truly matters to you, you reduce inner conflict and build a stronger sense of self. So here's a question to reflect on. Do your actions match your values? Take a moment to consider one area of your life where you could align more closely with your principles. It might be a small change like being more honest in conversations, or a bigger shift like pursuing a career that feels more meaningful. Either way, when you live authentically, confidence isn't something you need to chase, it's something you naturally embody. As we come to the end of this journey through the 17 Stoic habits that build genuine confidence, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Confidence isn't about external success or validation. It's an internal process rooted in self-awareness, discipline, and resilience. From embracing discomfort to focusing on what's within your control, each of these habits offers a practical way to strengthen your mindset and deepen your sense of self-trust. Together, they form a toolkit for navigating life's challenges with calm and clarity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In other words, the way we think shapes who we become. By adopting these Stoic practices, you're not just building confidence, you're cultivating a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity. So, where do you begin? Start small. Choose one habit that resonates with you, whether it's journaling, practicing gratitude, or embracing voluntary discomfort, and commit to it today. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. I'd love to hear from you. Which habit will you start with? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living a purposeful Stoic life. Here's to building confidence from within, one step at a time.